we have to give them shower. We have to give them wash on the bed. We use towel, soak the towel, just to make them feel better. Do we do that? Yes, good. We after that we put cream on them, we change their clothes. Did you do that? That skill can be, that is personal care skills. Those things you did, taking them to shower or washing them in bed, putting on their clothes, creaming their body and all that. Those things are personal care skill. So that skill can be transferred to a care home setting or to a hospital or to, because we also do that in the care home. So it is an experience, and that experience have supported you to gain that skill. And that skill is what we call what? Personal care skill. Now it can be transferred to that job you are seeking for. You also supported them to eat. We do the same thing. And when we are supporting them to eat, what do? We help them to sit up. We help them to sit up, right? To do what? To avoid choking. So you already have that knowledge that if they sit up, it is better for them. That is an experience that can be transferred to a care home setting. You were communicating with the person you are looking after. You are communicating with the doctor. At least the doctor can say to you, because that person is sick, they are not able to process information because they are sick. The doctor will tell you, your friend have to take medication by 5 o'clock. They have to do this. You have to get their urine sample. They have to do that. Now, the doctor have told you what they want. Now you come to communicate with your friend. You find a way to communicate with them. So communication is a skill that can also be transferred to that job you are seeking for. Okay, now when you were supporting your friend to have shower or whatever, did you not cover the windows? Did you not cover the blind or whatever thing that is being used in the hospital to protect their dignity? That is the experience that you are transferring. So what am I saying in essence? If you have not worked in a care home, in a formal setting as a carer, and they ask you about your relevant experience, if you have cared for anybody before, tell them everything that you have been doing. Or I have not worked in a care home before, but I have cared for somebody, and I believe the things I have done for this person, I can transfer it if I'm given the opportunity. I have cared for my mom, my dad, when they were sick. I used to support them to have their wash. I used to support them to eat, dress them up. I support them to go to hospital appointments. I make sure nobody insults them. I protect them. I make sure they eat their food. Okay, what are the things you did? Tell them those things. You are good to go. Now, if you are somebody who have worked in a place before, maybe you worked in a restaurant, in a bar, hotel, mechanic, whatever, any place you have worked before, when you were working there, you were interacting with people. Yes, you were able to convince a customer to say, maybe you were working as you have a shop where you sew people's clothes, you make hair, you are a hairdresser. You have a way you communicate with your customers to keep them. You have a way you convince them to stay, to believe that you are the best. You have a way you accommodate them. Some of our customers, they can be so challenging that they can say they can say hurtful things to you, but we say customers are always right. We still find a way to digest whatever thing they have said. We don't care what they want to say. We care about the service we want to give them. So we have a way, we absorb whatever thing they say. That is why we say that customers are always right. All these things, you have this experience that can be transferred. So you can tell them you've not worked in a care home before, but you have worked as a tailor, you've worked as a hairdresser, and during this time you communicate with your customers. Communication is a good skill. You communicate with them. You have workers, you work as a team. What are the things you were doing? Sometimes these people who do not even have dementia that are our customer, they display unacceptable behavior, but we do not push them back. We still take it because customers are always right. If you are coming in a care home, sometimes our residents are so, you know, we don't say annoying, but they show us signs of challenging behavior. Some behaviors they display can be so challenging. Even their family members, they come, they say hurtful things. Do we say it back to them? No, we hold ourselves. Why? Customers are always right. You see, you're already transferring the skill. You just have to find a way to absorb it, to apologize, to make them feel better. Why? Because you need them. You need them to be there because you need money, yes? So you have to treat them in a way that what however, whichever thing they say, you don't put it back to them to say, oh, I don't need you here. How many people are you going to treat like that? That means you won't have customers. So whatever thing you have been doing, you've worked in any place, find out what you are doing there and tell them the skills. Like I have said, I made mention of good communication skill, being able to work as a team. I made mention of personal care skill. I made mention of uh, even some people who, where you were working, you make sure that the environment is clean, you dispose the bin, and as you are doing so, you make sure you put the right bin where it should be. Because I remember back home, we sort our bins, right? We don't pack every dirt in one place. We sort it, the one they will recycle, the one they will not recycle. As we are doing so, sometimes we wear our gloves to do that. So that is infection control. We know where to put what we should put. So do not say you don't have experience. You just have to find one thing, two or three things that you are doing there that can be transferred to that place. But most commonly, people find it more better and more convenient to talk about someone they have cared before, because sometimes they don't know how to transfer skill from where they have learned how to do hairdressing, sew clothes in a restaurant or so. If that is the case, it is fine. Have you cared for somebody before? Transfer that skill. Now, if you are already working in a care home, what skills are they looking out after? They're looking out for you to tell them skills like, your experiences, your relevant experiences, I mean to say, not skill. As a healthcare assistant, every day we support residents with personal care. Yeah, so you have got that experience on how to support them with personal care, grooming, or dressing them up, getting them ready for the day. You have that experience of how we manage their challenging behaviors. Because when a resident is showing some signs of challenging behavior, shouting, I want to go home, destroying things, we have a way we communicate with them. You have that experience of good communication skill, how we communicate with them, how we speak to them, and they will be calm. You have that experience of, supporting a resident to go to the hospital for appointment. You have that experience of how to protect the resident, the vulnerable resident, safeguard them from any form of abuse. You have that experience of, if you see a sign of abuse or sign of anything, you escalate it. So those are those things you do, those things you do in that particular care home you were working. All of them are experience, and that is what they are asking you. So you just have to tell them. I don't know if you understand. Yeah, so that is what they are asking. We have that skill, that experience of working as a team, working under pressure, that experience of, if a person have a fall, what you should do. So they are just asking you to, it's just for you to repeat whatever thing you have been doing, whatever thing you have learned, whatever thing you feel is relevant in that job. Transfer it. What them by say it, tell it to them. That is what it means. The next question I have here is, what do you expect to be doing on a daily basis as a healthcare assistant? Okay, this question again, they could also ask you, what are your roles as a healthcare assistant. They can ask you, what do you understand? What are your duties as a healthcare assistant? Okay, so they just want to know if you understand what the job you have applied for is all about. So, as a healthcare assistant on a daily basis, what we do is we give personal care, like we're washing, dressing, toileting, assisting them to go to toilet, assisting them to feed, making their meals, supporting them to walk, to improve their mobility, supporting them to go to the park, supporting them to go for hospital appointments, recording every care that we have given, following their care plan to care for them, record and report any concerns, safeguard them from all sort of anything that will cause them harm, any form of abuse. So this is what we do on a daily basis. On a daily basis, this is what we do. So when they ask you what you think that is your duties, even if you have not worked again in a formal setting, remember all these things I listed. These interview questions, they are interrelated, and like I said, one question can be twisted in 10 different ways, and one answer can be used to answer those questions. It is left for you to dance to the tune. Okay, it is left for you to dance to the tune. Like what I just said, what are your duties as a healthcare assistant? Do you know that the answer to this question can be used to answer this one? What are your relevant experiences? It is still the same thing. Those duties we do every day are the experiences we gain. So you have to have confidence during this interview. You need to have all confidence. You don't have to panic, because once you panic, there is nothing you can answer anymore. And also, you need to understand what a concept is, because if you want to cram it, like you want to everything I just said, you cram it in your head, you will not remember. But when you understand what a concept is all about, whichever way, however way they twist it, you can be able to say something. So this question, what do you understand about the role? What do you expect to be doing on a daily basis as a healthcare assistant? I just listed it, that what we do on a daily basis is: one, we give personal care. When we talk about personal care, it includes giving a resident a wash, a shower, bed bath, depending on whichever one they want, or depending on their situation. When a resident can walk to the bedroom, they can have shower, right? When a resident is uh, not moving, they are immobile, their mobility is reduced, very poor, they cannot go to the bathroom. Sometimes we give them bed bath, sometimes we give them wash on the bed. Okay, there are some residents who can still walk to the bathroom, but they will decline to have shower. We still give them wash. I mean is, sometimes we use flannel, that is small towel, or we use dry wipes, soak it and wash the necessary places that we need to wash. That is personal care. We dress them up, put cream on their body, and put their continence support, which is what they call pad or brief. Okay, yeah. So after that, we support them to feed. We make their food. That is what we do every day. We make their food. Yeah, we assist them to eat. We serve them their food. We give them their medication. That is if you have been trained to give medication, but that is our job in the care home. For those that have been trained to do so, they give medication. They are still healthcare assistants. We support them to walk. There are some of them who their mobility is so poor. So what do? We support them to walk. Sometimes the physio will come, will support them to walk from one position to the other position, one end to the other end, just to help them improve their mobility. That is what we do on a daily basis. Another thing is that we monitor the progress of the care. If a resident is losing weight, we would know, because some care home they weigh them 2 times in a month. Sometimes they weigh them once in a month. So if they are losing weight, we would know that, oh, this person is losing weight, we need to fortify their food. What I mean by fortifying their food is adding more nutrient to their food. Maybe they want to have cornflakes. You don't just give them whole milk like that. We add more powdered milk to the liquid milk, just to increase the nutrient they will get, to help them gain some weight if they are losing weight. Okay, that is food fortification. So we add more nutrient to that. What again do? We record everything that we do for them, every care we give to them. We record it on a daily basis. So this is what we do on a daily basis. We support those that have hospital appointments. It is the duty of the healthcare assistant to support them to go for the hospital appointment. So we safeguard them, we protect them from anything that will cause them harm. So these are our duties as a healthcare assistant on a daily basis. We take their clothes to the laundry for them to wash, make sure they are arranged properly in their wardrobe. So these are our duties. Number 5 question I have here is, how would you deal with an angry patient? How would you deal with an angry patient? This number 5 question is all about how you would manage a resident that is showing some signs of challenging behavior. If a resident is showing signs of challenging behavior, how do you manage it? If a resident is angry, they are crying, how would you manage it? Some interviewers will put it as a scenario-based question. They will tell you, they will ask you this question as you came to work in the morning, a resident is standing on the lift or standing on the door, banging on the window, that they want to go home, crying, all their bag packs. They pack their bag, because if you're working in a care home, this is common with them. Sometimes they will pack their bag that they want to go home. They will be so challenging that if you say to them, oh, please keep your bags, it will be trouble. What do you do? Sometimes they will be so difficult that it is hard for you to do anything. So in that situation, they are angry, they are crying, they are not happy. What do you do? So that question can come in any form. This person, they ask him, how would you deal with an angry patient? So an angry patient could be a patient that is banging on the door. It could be a patient that is crying, they want to go home. It could be a resident that have packed their bags, that has they stood on the lift, that they want to leave. It could be, any situation like that. It can be linked to a patient or a resident being angry. So how do you manage that situation? So when they ask you that question, they are looking at that trait of how you are going to maintain your calmness, how you are going to support them to regain calmness themselves, how you are going to manage that situation, how you are going to take it. Because sometimes when they are in that condition, in that mood, they can say hurtful things to you. Are you able to absorb it? Are you able to waive it? Are you able to apologize even when they've already they've already made you angry? How are you able to manage it? So what we do in that situation is to pay attention. Pay attention to them, because sometimes the reason for their protest, or sometimes the reason why they are angry might be as a result of their needs not met. Maybe they want a cup of tea, they don't know how to ask, as a result of dementia, or as a result of whatever thing they are suffering from. They don't even know how to ask you to make a cup of tea for them. Or maybe they have asked, it was not given to them. They will start they will become very annoyed. So we first of all, we listen to them. We ask question. What is the problem? Are you okay? What happened? Speak to me, talk to me. I'm here to help you. This is how we manage it, with a very calm voice, to calm the situation down, to de-escalate it. The interviewers are looking at your de-escalation skill, or even escalation skill if it is beyond your control. So we pay attention to them. We ask questions so we can see how to help. We reassure them that we are here to support them. How do you want me to help you? What is going on? Talk to me. And in most cases, cup of tea, cup of coffee solves the problem. There are sometimes you know cup of tea, cup of whatever solve the problem. So we maintain absolute calmness. We don't try to take offense in whatever thing that is happening. So we ask questions, we pay attention, we give them listening ear. We find out what the problem is, and we offer solutions. So you don't have to be scared, you don't have to be angry. Remember, they don't know what they are doing. That is why you are there. If they know what they are doing, they will not be in the care home, and you will not be there. Sister, the correct answer is you don't panic. I don't understand what you are saying. Calm communication and reassurance. Exactly, yes. So you have to remain calm in whatever situation they are displaying, whatever challenging behavior they have displayed. You have to remain calm. You have to pay attention, listen to them, communicate with them, ask questions, find out why they are angry, so you can proffer solution. Reassure them that you are there to help. Okay? Yeah, so that is it. That is how to answer that question. So how would you deal with a difficult or angry patient? You tell them that you would remain calm. You don't get yourself angry as well. You have to pay attention to them, listen to their concerns, listen to their worry, why they are being angry. Ask questions, be calm with it, reassure them. You will communicate with them that, reassure them that you are there to help them, that you are there to support them, that they are safe. That is reassurance. Asking them how you can help. Do you want a cup of tea? Some of them will tell you that they want to go home. If you ask them if they want cup of, they will say no, that they want to go home. So you need to find a way. You must have to find a way to redirect their attention. Sometimes we tell them, okay, I will make a cup of tea and biscuit for you. You sit down here, have that cup of tea. Let me go and see what I can do. Let me go and call the taxi. Let me go and call the Uber. Let me go and see if bus is coming. That type of thing. Because I deal with people living with dementia. If they are angry this moment and you are able to get their attention, you're able to get them to sit down for 1 minute, you're able to offer them tea or coffee or whatever, or biscuit for a minute, they've forgotten about it. Some of them who love music, once you start singing their favorite song, it is over. Problem solved. So that's why it's also good to know the care plan of your resident. But being that you are in the interview room, you don't know the care plan yet. So you will tell them that you would remain calm. You tell them that you have to pay attention, listen to them attentively to know what the problem is, so you can be able to offer solution, that you will reassure them. Reassuring somebody is, letting them understand that they are in a safe place. You are there to support them, you are there to help them, you are there to make sure that they are safe. They don't need to be afraid of anything, and you offer solution. Most times, what solution? They want to go home, they don't have anywhere to go. So the solution could be redirecting their attention. It could be taking them to the TV room to watch television. It could be offering a cup of tea, coffee, biscuits. It could be giving them snacks. It could be raising a topic they like. For those that love football, it could be some of them who are travelers. You could start talking about places, you know So some of them will go as far as, learning their language. Yeah, some of them will go as far as learning their language. Like if someone is from all this Italian part of the country, Arab, and also, some of them, there are some words you say, they want to reply you in their language, you direct their attention immediately. So it's when you get into that place, you will understand what I'm saying. But this is how to go about it. Remain calm, pay attention, listen to them, ask question. As you're asking question, you are communicating, reassure them, and redirect their attention. That is it. But if the problem is something beyond you that you can no longer control, you have to escalate it, call for help. And yeah, number 6 question I have here is, how would you respond to someone at work making inappropriate comment? Hmm. Someone making inappropriate comment at work. This thing is all about professional boundaries. We have some boundaries we should never cross at work. There are some remarks, some statements you should never say to your colleagues, no matter what, at work. You can imagine as a man telling your female colleague, "Oh, your backside is tempting." That is embarrassment. That is embarrassing. That is an insult. And you might think you are just complimenting the person, maybe because they've got good figure. It can make someone uncomfortable. They can start thinking that you have evil intention towards them. That is inappropriate comment that you should never say. So you can imagine someone make such comment to you as a woman. What do you do? Me, I tell them I don't accept, I don't tolerate inappropriate comment. I don't do so. So if you make such comment to me, I would warn you, I would tell you to stop. This is a workplace. You are not allowed to say that to me. I am not comfortable with that. That I will talk to you as a colleague that I am not comfortable with this. Please do not do it again. But if that person continues, I am going to report it to the right person, maybe the senior in charge or the manager. I'm going to follow the policy on how to make a report about it, and I would report it. So inappropriate comment is unacceptable in a place of work. But when somebody makes that such comment, what do you do? How do you handle it? It is more like a direct or personal question. So this is how I would handle it. Inappropriate comment, it is not acceptable. We should maintain our boundaries. Yeah, if it's not work, we shouldn't be talking about anything else. So if you make such inappropriate remarks, I just use telling a lady that her backside is tempting. I just use that as an example. So there are so many other things that someone can say to you and they will sound inappropriate. So if that is the case, I would communicate with that my colleague, a kind of warning not to do so. Maybe they don't know, maybe they feel it's casual. So I will remind them, do not say this to me. It is inappropriate. I will have to remind them to be professional with the job. But if they continue, I will have to report it because I would not feel safe to work with that person. So be it inappropriate comment towards me or be it towards a resident, inappropriate comment is not acceptable in a place of work. It doesn't matter who they direct it to, maybe to you as the colleague or to the client, or it's not acceptable. So I would communicate with that person not to do so next time, remind them not to do so next time, and if they continue, I am going to report it to the right authority. So this is the last question I have here that this person sent. The first one, we started by how to promote patient independence. We talked about confidentiality, what you know about confidentiality. We talked about how would your friends describe you. We talked about, are you a risk taker? We answered questions about What experience do you have relevant to the position you have applied for? We talked about how do you expect, what do you expect to be doing on a daily basis as a healthcare assistant? That is, what do you understand about the role you have applied for? We talked about how would you deal with an angry patient? That is, when a resident is showing a signs of challenging behavior, how would you deal with it? We talked about how would you respond to someone at work making inappropriate comment, that is professional boundaries. If someone is not maintaining it, how would you deal with it or how would you respond to it? So yeah, that is all I have for tonight. That's the new question that came here. And I think I have done justice to it. If you have any question, you are free to ask. But before then, I have some people asking me about level 3, where they can do their NVQ level 3, a legit company that I can recommend for them to do their level 3. Before I tell you that I will recommend Over Academy over and over again, I like you to understand that as a carer in this UK, your level 3 is an elevator. If you have been working in a care setting for more than 6 months, please plan on how to get your NVQ level 3. It is important. Do not just to remain a carer. Do not just to remain a carer. I understand that there are some places of work to get promotion might be difficult because the positions are saturated, the positions are filled up. You have like 4 5 senior carers. Yeah, you have nurses. There is no position for you. Do not limit yourself to just that your care home, except if you are on sponsorship that you cannot leave. But remember, you are on sponsorship does not mean that another care home cannot, or hospital, it does not mean that you cannot get a better job elsewhere that can give you sponsorship. So make sure never to limit yourself. NVQ level 3 is widely recognized in the UK, but if you are in Scotland, I always advise people, do not take that risk because Scotland have mapped out their SQV. Somebody, I saw someone that mentioned it. Maureen, thank you. SVQ3. This is for people in Scotland. So if you are in Scotland, start looking towards doing SVQ3. But if you are in England, Northern Ireland, Wales, please do your MVQ3. That course is an elevator. That course will help your life. I'm newly accepted to work as a care worker. What would you advise me in advance? I am still advising you the same. Oh God, you people should not let me start playing this puzzle again. The life is not interactive. Even when people are dropping comments, they are still asking me to play puzzle. Please tap on your screen if you have to do so. Send likes, put out your comments, send gift if you have, just to keep it going. So please, I will advise you, get your NVQ level 3. We don't know what, well, we see what the condition is all about. We don't know what the result of the debate would be. So if at the end of the day they say, oh, we are moving our indefinite whatever to 10 years, I don't know how we are going to survive it, especially people who are working in a toxic place. So I am thinking, if that should apply, then people in that category should have option to change in a different place. I don't know, but whichever, until then, make sure you get your level 3. That will help you. It will help you. That course will help you. It's a 1 year course, so it's a 1 year course. But the way they made it, some companies do what they call fast track. It now depends on you. When I did my own, they would tell you this is a 1 year course, but you are not pinned down to do it in 1 year. It's a 1 year course that is open. Anytime you finish your own, you finish. I finished mine in 6 months, I think. 6 to 8 months. I finished mine because I did not have any help. No help. It is very difficult. No help. The assignment is Jesus Christ. It's too much. But why I recommend Over Academy is this. It's a company that will give you all the help, all the support that you need. They will give you all the support you need to do your assignment. So there is no way you would finish your NVQ level 3 and you come here to be scared to pass an interview. And remember, NVQ level 3 will give you that opportunity to go for a higher job position. I said it here. I used it. I got deputy manager position with that certificate. If you are looking to go into NHS, NVQ level 3, get it now. Enroll with them. They don't pay at once. I think they are Over Academy is on. I don't know if they have stopped promo. They did promo at Christmas time. They reduced the price to 1,000 at Christmas time. I don't know if it's still the same now. I doubt, because it's hard to get that amount other places. So Over Academy, I recommend it because why? It is off-core regulated. Okay, it's not. Okay, it's still. Oh, Mr. Chooks is here. Mr. Chooks, come up. Let me send you a request. Lucy, Lucy said 1,000 what? Yes, it is not the CPD certificate you go online to pay £20 or £50 or to get. That is not it. That one, it expires every 1 year. But proper NVQ level 3, which is off-core regulated, is just like your university degree. I did mine 2022. I still use it today. If I want to do any application, I still use it today. So do not be confused. Mr. Shooks, please, can you speak to us? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
I don't know. My screen is off. I don't understand what happened. Okay, but if you can hear me, okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. The training, like Jen has described. Okay, China's mom has described is online learning. Okay, is off-core regulated certificate. It's not a CPD certificate. All right, and if you start this training with us, is a fast track, right? Usually we say in the college, if you go to college to do it, it's actually 9 to 18 months. Okay, but we are doing a fast track program that would take 6 to 7 months for you to complete the training. Sometimes the certificate might equally come out earlier than that 6 months, but not to be stressed by our learners. That's why we now say 6 to 7 months. It's actually, there are certificates that we just received here today. And some people, they've just been into it like 3-4 months and they got their certificate. Yeah, there might be delays sometimes from the awarding body, okay, but it's 6 to 7 months you get your certificate. And one thing we do differently, we don't just give you training whereby you just the system log in and you do your assignment without any proper assistance. With us, you interact with a tutor, with your assessors, okay? We give you training, we assist you. Once we give assignments after every training, it comes with a question and the answer material, okay? That helps you a lot to achieve your answers. Then if you struggle in any form, there's always someone to speak to, okay? And our training is very interactive, okay? It's live tutor. But the other ones, organizations like Jen just explained, you log in by yourself, do everything by yourself. Okay?
It is difficult.
So,
difficult.
yes, yeah.
Very
it's
difficult.
quite difficult. It's quite difficult. So that's one thing we do. And again, we remove the 300 from the 1,003 now. Okay. So why it's still on is that some people begged because they needed to join when they get their payment at the end of the month. So we kind of decided to extend it a little bit for them. All right. So very soon we might be going back to the 1,003. Okay. So take the advantage of the 1,000. It's flexible payment plan. 300 to register. Then the remaining 200 that will make it 500 for the first 500 will be within that first month. Then the remaining 500 that will make it 1,000. You split it accordingly. Either 100, 200 into 3 installments. Okay, you now get your certificate. It's Okoro regulated certificate. This certificate, that's what you need to get into the NHS. And again, please, if you don't have your master in English, we can also assist you with that functional skills level 2. Okay, if you score less than C, okay, you need to upgrade with us by doing the functional skills level 2. We can also do that for you so that you can use it. Or you want to go to uni to do nursing, you can use this certificate also with your master in English. Most universities accept it. Okay. So give me a follow, and also if you want more information, you can reach to us. You can reach out to us through Chinoso Mom as well. Okay, then we can register you. We just started a new group. They just had their first unit. It's on Tuesdays by 7 p.m. From 7 p.m. to 8:30, 1 hour 30 minutes every week. No exams is required. It's all assignment based.
If you have a question, please, you can send a request to ask the manager. You hear from the horse's mouth. If you have any question for him, please send a request now so you can ask him questions. Mr. Shooks, two days ago, a lot of people were asking questions. I thought you would come around.
Oh, I saw your stuff, but we were in a meeting, so that I couldn't even join.
Please,
and I
if
didn't
you're
even
in
know that
Nigeria,
you lasted for. I didn't even know you lasted for too long.
Yeah, if you're in Nigeria, please do not bother.
That's another one. People
If you're in Nigeria,
contacting me.
Please do not bother to do this course. If you are still outside the UK, if you are still outside England, Northern Ireland, Wales, please, this course is not for you. Why? Because you don't need it. You only need this when you are in the UK and you're already in care. Okay, the cost alone, £1,000 is over 1 million naira. It's not what you want to do. No one is taking it there. No one is using it. They will have gone past that recruitment stage where you can get it and you might be recruited from home. There's no opportunity for that anymore. So even back home, I discourage people from going to all this college. There are a lot of people who left to UK to come and establish a college back home, and they will tell you, with us, if you do it with us, you will get a company that will sponsor you. It's a lie. It's a lie. If Mr. Shooks is not genuine, he will be taking money from you guys. Because a lot of people were coming, oh, can I do it? Don't do it. If you are not in the UK, don't do it. It's not for you. Just be praying to find your way to this place by any legal means. Maybe student, any legal means, dependent, any legal means at all. Find yourself in the UK, then you can talk about NVQ level 3. So if you are not, do not bother. If you are not in the UK, don't bother to do it. If you're in the UK, go ahead and get it. Now,
yeah, because you're right. For our training, what qualifies you for the level 3 is that experience. Either you're working in a care home or anywhere, and another thing is this: you can skip level 2. Please, don't waste your money going for level 2. We can do that and take your money, and still, it's not going to get you that sponsorship that you want.
Mr. Shiz, thank you for bringing up this thing. Some 3 days ago or so, someone wrote me here on TikTok that she registered for MVQ. Some companies are evil.
Oh God, the people are evil, seriously.
Some companies are evil. I don't know what is wrong with them. She said she registered for MVQ level 2. She was not doing it with them. She have paid all her everything. She have paid everything. She was not doing it with them. And they told her they will come to her place of work to do supervision. I said, which supervision? She said because she's doing it, she doesn't want her company to know about it. That she told them they cannot come to the company. The next day they sent her mail that she's no longer qualified to do the course. So
they're not real.
So I asked her.
They're scammers.
I asked her, how many years have you? She said 2 years. I said 2 good years.
For what?
2 years. You are going to do level 2.
Oh my days.
I said it's not been long. I left TikTok for a while. If not, I just left for a while because I used to sound it every day. I used to say it every day. I say it every day. You don't need level 2 is the job we are already doing. That's why they say the minimum is 6 months in care. That 6 months you already finish your probation period. So you already have that background experience. You've passed that level 2. You should be to go and do your level 3. Now I don't know how much she said she paid because me, I already got fed up. I just said to her, upon all the information, upon all the awareness we put out here, somebody have confused you, take money from you to do level 2. The next thing they said they are coming to do supervision. And because even when I did mine, nobody came for supervision. It's not allowed. Since after COVID, no more supervision. They call you on the phone. Supervision is on the phone. It's online.
Exactly.
Everything is online.
Some organizations doesn't even want us to come. Since COVID, they don't want us to come.
Since after COVID, is no longer allowed. My manager told me it's no longer allowed. Since after COVID. So that thing you can do it online. That assessment can be done online. What are they even assessing? So Unit 1 to whatever you have been doing, you are doing it with your assessor. They mark your assignment. So if you don't have that experience, you cannot answer that question. If you are not already working in care, you cannot do this course. It is hard. Because some things they ask you there is real life. You can only... there are some questions there. They will just throw you they will tell you a whole story. That story is real. It is what happens in the care home. They are now expecting you to react. Your reaction is the answer. So if you are not working in care, you cannot give answer to that. They took that girl's money. They brushed her off, and now she came to me asking what she can do. I just asked her, what is the name of the company? She said, since it's not over academy, I don't have anything to discuss with her. Because that is the only company I recommend. Mr. Shooks, remember, the first time I introduced a company here to people, it was that company I did with, if you remember.
Yes, I remember.
But I was honest enough to tell people, you will do like this. That company, you will do like this.
Yeah, because we know where we're coming from, and we know what our people go through. The stress of family, kids, work, then people from back home. It's a lot of stress already. Okay, so we designed this system such that it will make life a little bit easier for our learners. Okay, can you imagine when our training is very interactive, just like we are speaking. I'm talking to Jen here. That's how you discuss with the tutor. Okay, you'll be able to ask all kinds of questions. Okay, yes, and we go a bit further. Not just about the training, about life in the UK. How you scale through, because sometimes people don't really know what is their rights. in the UK. Okay, we've out of our own goodwill, we've tried to help a learner that got into trouble from where she from our employees. Okay, and we resolved it because she didn't know what to do, but we got involved. It's not our duty, but we felt this is our learner, it's a family, we should be able to assist. And we did that, and everything is fine at the moment. Then, talk about assignments. We see people, when they go to college, okay, you have a physical class that you have to go. Then that means how will you be able to attend to your family, your job, and everything is online. Okay, we assess you online. Even if you want us to come and assess you at your place of work, you have to pay for. Let's say you are somewhere in Wales or whatever, you have to pay for the tutor transportation and accommodation. It's 6 hours for the assessment, but you can't do it in one day. The least you can do it is 3 hours, 2 days, and it's not like today, tomorrow. Let's say someone comes in and stayed and they do it. No, it has to be spaced. That means the person goes back, comes back again. Then if some people want to stress you, they'll tell you they'll do it 3 times. That means they'll come in and the assessment is not as if they're
Yes.
discussing anything with you.
6 hours,
Okay.
Ella, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 hours. It's separate 2 hours. Then they'll spread it into 3 days. But what we do is this: we tell you 3 hours. But we have a way. We have our companies where
That's what he's saying. It differs. The standard is 6 hours, I'm very sure.
Standard is 6 hours.
But
Either
because of
yes.
because of
Yes.
situations and companies are adjusting, that's why you were able to do 2 hours. I did 4 good hours. Four.
Yeah. Yeah. The standard is 6 hours, nothing less than 6 hours. Okay. If the awarding body calls you and you said your assessor did less than, that's an issue. It has to be 6 hours, but it will be shared between 2 or 3 days. Okay. But we always like to lessen the stress for our learners. We don't really need to come to your place of work. You understand what I mean? There's a way around all these things. Life has moved on since after COVID. You can achieve a whole lot at the palm of your hand. Okay? Yes. We don't need to. There's so many system of assessment. You understand what I mean? Those are the ones, collective, those are the ones who we use. Not necessarily coming to your place of work. Okay? But if you want us to come to your place of work, then you now have to pay for the transportation for whoever the assessor that's coming to you. Okay? And what I would say is this: nobody does it the way we do. Okay? We give you training, we give you question, we give you possible answers, the materials. Okay? Now you go on and study, expand, and also there are materials that you can buy off eBay. Okay? But if you want the system like the one that someone did, we have those systems as well. You know what I mean? You do your own stuff. You can come online, do your physical training with us, but you not do your login. You do the heavy lifting for yourself. Okay? But because we are doing this thing, do you know one thing that's fun about these things? When you help people like this, they tend not to appreciate it.
They
It's
don't.
really sad.
They don't.
Yeah. I look at it sometimes, I'm like, how? Should I stop being a nice person? But it's difficult. Like, if you want to help people, okay? Like recently, someone just got, I think it's from you. There's a guy, his COS is running out, okay? And I told this guy, listen, we don't I try not to get involved anymore, okay? But your training, fast track, will try and hasten everything up for you. Can you imagine? This guy told me he will need it sometime February. I said, no worry. Let's not just target that February. Let's target end of January. Can you imagine? This guy since January, this guy has been stressing me. I said to him, you remember what I told you from the beginning? He was like, okay, let me pay you the home. And I said, do you think it's about, how much are you paying me? Please don't bring down your money issue. Yesterday, he sent a message that the company is about to stop him from working because of they want to give him COS, but he needs to provide his level 3. You know what happened today? The certificate came out. And he's just thanking me just a few minutes ago. Someone is asking location. Everything is online. Okay? Everything is online. Wherever you are, everything is online. Okay, you are qualified to do this if you're working already, or even if you're not working, we will support you if you are doing a voluntary, because you need to be doing practical. You should know what you are doing. Then you are now getting the training.
Okay. I thought I have people that wanted to ask you questions before. Maybe they are no longer here. 2 years. You're more than qualified. If you have any question to ask Chooks here on live, you can ask him. If you want to ask him in his DM, you give him a follow and ask him in his DM. Good enough, he is here. Everything is online. Everything is how soon you can start depends on you. He said it here. Everything is online. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, the payment plan is flexible. Usually, we take 500 to register people, but after a lot of time, people begged, and I was like, okay, the first 500 for you to register, you have to pay 300 first, then the 200 at the end of the month, then the remaining 500, split it accordingly, 2 or 3 times. Okay, it's flexible payment plan because we understand how people are struggling with money. Yeah. So, but I'm not gonna be taking anything less than that again because I tried it. Chino's mom. Can you imagine? I tried it, registered people. Now, when you now remind them to pay money, it's like you're begging for your money.
Human being.
I know. And I better we will keep assisting our people.
What is the name of the school? It is called Oval Academy. If you are on TikTok, you can type Oval Academy. That is OVAL Academy. You will see them online. You can check it on Google as well. Oval Academy.
Someone's asking what's the registration. Registration is a £300 registration.
So you can give. Please, what are we paying for? I just joined. Hey, we are talking about NVQ level 3. So if you're interested, you want to give Oval Academy a follow and ask him every question you need to ask him. Yeah.
And the training is we have a group that we just started. Okay, is on Tuesdays 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Okay, and one thing we do is this: let's say you are busy at work. Once it's that 7 o'clock, just join. You request to record. Then you can click your record. Then go about your whatever you are doing. Once you finish, you can just go on and listen to the recorded one.
Okay. Wow, it's already 10:30. I think I'll have to end this live starting from my YouTube.
How time flies up. My goodness.
People on YouTube, I'm going to say good night. And yeah, we'll see some other time. So if you're interested, you want to do your NVQ level 3, you can search Oval Academy on TikTok, or you can inbox me. Comment under any of my video there on YouTube. Remind me that you want to do your NVQ level 3. Then I will give you his contacts to connect with him. Okay? So good night.